In a prior life, I was a clinical microbiologist, and so I have a really strong orientation to experience-based, experiential learning. A good part of my background, and when I was teaching clinical microbiology, was through experiential activities. And so I have this really strong affinity towards experiential learning, but I also have a very deep interest and commitment to theory. And so for a long time, I think I've always been interested in the tension between learning through activities and learning through and about theory. It seems to me that, in a very simple way, experiential learning is simply the learning from and through experience. But there's all sorts of ways in which that happens in our lives. We learn to take different routes to and from work if we're dissatisfied with what it is that we're doing. We learn to eat in different places. We learn to eat different foods and so forth and so on. So there's all sorts of ways in which we engage in learning in a kind of lifelong way. I think the question that we're dealing with here is the kind of the ways in which we connect experiential learning with the subject, with theory, with content. And so I think that's part of the difficulty that I think faces experiential learning, is to understand the ways in which we can arrange activities for students that augment, that complement their sort of academic subject matter focus, but also help them deepen their understanding in a very sort of meaningful way, what that means for them. So I think that's the part that I would add to this, is that for me, within an academic context, experiential learning is, in a sense, all about learning the subject.